your people. So I am honored and blessed to have you in my life, and I love you so much. We really are twins. Can't you all tell? I just stayed out in the sun a little longer. Put your face up. See, we look alike. Yeah, that's my sister.
I can work
But
on it. I have foundation. I have foundation that'll help
oh, you
with
put
that.
foundation on. That's it. That's it. Okay.
It's
So
called Soul Sisters.
that's right. That's so. I don't know where you want me to start. Do you want me to go into the vision board? Do you want me to just give?
Why don't you feed into
How do you want me to
it,
do?
then we'll go
What
right
is-
into the vision board and talk about, just the consistency that we talked about earlier.
Okay. All right. So one of the things that I want to say is what I love about Mary Kay is that you get a chance to literally start over in July. So July 1st, everybody has a clean board on July. So whether you were not consistent in your $600 every month or not being a star every quarter, guess what? You have a chance to begin that this month. And I know we don't have a lot of days left, but I am running to the finish line. I just signed up my second new consultant just about an hour ago, so I'm really excited about that. So let me tell you guys, I don't care what you have done this month already, if you've done anything, time to get it done. And I tell my people the only way to be a consistent star is to not miss the first quarter. Because if you miss the first quarter, you can't be consistent, right? So we still have a few days left. So don't give up. I know July can be kind of odd, kind of funny because, I know my unit and I were running to the finish line with all we had in June. So like when July came, he was like, whew, I'm so tired. But let me tell you, I want to encourage you, if you have not done so already, get your $600 in this month. I don't know if you've gotten your earrings yet. I don't have to go and get mine. The beautiful baguette loops, Kimberly.
Oh, no, I don't have mine yet. They're coming.
Oh my gosh, it's one of my favorite pieces. One of my
Really?
favorite pieces. It is so beautiful. So get those earrings, get your 600 in so you can be consistent, because the earrings that they're giving away are these cute little balls that hang down, and I'm a jewelry person, so I love jewelry. So, hey, I signed up for Mary Kay and I found out that they were giving away jewelry. I was all in because I love jewelry. Get those balls. The only way you can do that is by being consistent every single month. And here's the deal. When my people come to me and say, I don't have $600 to put in, I'm like, do you have $600 on your shelf? Because I'm not asking you to go to the bank and get it out of your account. You can sell it. You can sell it. Let me tell you, I remember that far ago, I think it was in February, my month was a little crazy, and I woke up in March, and when I saw what my check looked like, it wasn't that 11,000 check that Kimberly just spoke of. It was like, oh no, I got to get busy. So I got quiet in my spirit, and I asked God to give me a text that I can send to my customers, because I needed a $1,000 day. And he did just that. As a matter of fact, I did $1,200 on March 1st. $1,200 with a text. Okay? So stop judging. Stop thinking people don't need Mary Kay, because the statistics have shown, even in a pandemic, people will buy their lipstick, they will buy their makeup. So yes, we just have to open up our mouths and talk about it. That's it. So I definitely want you all to do that. All right. Let's see. So many things are just going through my mind, but I want to share this story with you, because sometimes we as consultants tend to judge ourselves based on somebody's trying to go in the waiting room. So, oh, okay. It's like I never seen that before on my end. Okay. But here's the deal. Don't compare yourself with others. I know that's hard to do, but you need to always compare yourself with your best. So I looked on the system before I got on here, and I saw what we did last year. And I said, okay, we did this in July. I need to do better than what I did last year in July. So I want to share this story with you. With the show of hands, how many of you have heard about the pregnant dog and elephant story? Because I don't want to give it to people who've heard of it before.
Bring it on.
All right, good. So none of you have heard about the pregnant dog and elephant story. So here it is. I love this story. As much as I tell it, I get the goosebumps every time I read about it. So here it goes. An elephant and a dog became pregnant at the same time. 3 months down the line, the dog gave birth to 6 puppies. 6 months later, the dog was pregnant again. And 9 months on, it gave birth to another dozen of puppies. And the pattern continued. On the 18th month, the dog approached the elephant, questioning, "Are you sure that you are pregnant? We became pregnant on the same date. I have given birth 3 times to a dozen puppies, and they are now grown to become big dogs. Yet, you are still pregnant. What's going on?" The elephant replied, "There is something I want you to understand. What I am carrying is not a puppy, but an elephant. I only give birth to 1 in 2 years. When my baby hits the ground, the earth feels it. When my baby crosses the road, human beings stop and watch in admiration. You see, what I carry, it draws attention. What I'm carrying is mighty and great. So this is for you. Don't lose faith when you see others receive answers to their prayers. Don't be envious of others' testimony. If you haven't received your own blessing, don't despair. Say to yourself, my time is coming. And when it hits the surface of the earth, people shall yield in admiration. So I have a question for you tonight. Are you pregnant? Are you pregnant? I am pregnant. I'm pregnant with triplets because I am believing that the God that I serve, He is willing, He is able, and He is ready to do the exceedingly abundantly above all that I can even ask or think. So I want you to get pregnant. If you're not pregnant, I need you to get pregnant. I need you to get pregnant with your dream, and don't give up. Don't give up until you see it manifested. Because let me tell you, I entered DIQ 3 times before I became a sales director. But that 3rd time, I did something I had never done. I had a little bit more faith. I remember getting on my carpet, laying down prostrate, nose against carpet, and asking God, what do I have to do? Who do I need to call? I don't want to have to repeat this. And I heard God speak to me. He said, get up, wash your face, and call Troy Wagner. Troy is a lady friend of mine. And I don't know if you all have any friends like this, but she never answers the phone. Every time I call her, she never answers the phone. So when God told me to call Troy, I said, Troy Wagner? She never answers her phone. But that day, she answered. And she told me that God had already told her that I would call. And all the rest is history. I share that story with you because I know how it feels to miss a goal. I know how it feels to want to get a Cadillac and you get real close and you miss it and you start over and you miss it and you start over and you miss it. But I am under the belief that the things that we say and the things that we visualize comes to pass. So I want to share with you tonight, which this story leads right into what I just got off my unit call on, and that is doing a vision board. Being and having it on your phone, because everybody has their phone, right? So I'm going to share with you my vision board on my phone. And then I'm going to show you how you can do the same. Okay, that's a good vision board. That's not it though, but that's here is my vision board. Can you all see that?
Yes.
Vision to victory. I am believing this year I will hit top trip at 650,000 unit club. So I'm going to show you how to create your own vision board with what you want to see come to pass. Okay, so I do understand that we probably have Android and iPhone users. I am an iPhone user, but don't fret because this is an app that you can download whether you're an iPhone user or an Android user. Now, you really cannot be on your phone watching me and
Ooh, you froze.
say
You're
that
gonna
again.
need two devices, y'all. Two devices.
Yes,
Your
you
laptop
need to be
and
watching me, but yeah, iPhone or iPad. So does everybody have that, or I don't know? If not, you're gonna just have to take good notes. All right. Okay, so here's the first thing that I need you all to download, and that is this app that is called Pic Collage. Now, let me say there are different ways. Here it is right here. This is the Pic Collage app that I need you to download. Now, there are different platforms you can use, such as Canva, Google Slides, Perniscity, but the one that I'm training on tonight is Pic Collage. So can you all take a few minutes, the ones who want to do it with me, and go ahead on and download that on your phone, if you can? Unless anybody has it. Does anybody actually have it on their phone? Oh, good. That's going to make it easier. Okay. So what about you, Marilyn? You're going to download it and are you going to just listen? She like, girl, I'm just listening. I ain't download nothing. Okay. All right. Well, Amanda and who else? Okay, somebody else said they have it.
Michelle.
Okay, good. All right. So those who have it, you may already know where I'm going with this, but let me share one other thing. Once you download it, I need you to go to Freestyle. This is the one that I want you to use because I want you to be able to control where the pictures go and everything like that. Okay. And once you hit Freestyle, I want you to go to Web Image. Okay. Now, on my device, it opens up big like this. If yours open up smaller, you can't see it over here, but there's for the iPhone users. I'm not sure how it does for the for Androids, but you can go to layout, and then you can choose the one that's long. Okay. Okay, and then from there, I want you to go to the web and pull out the things that you want manifested. Okay, so I'm gonna share again what a few of my consultants did tonight to kind of give you an idea. Okay, so this was, and it doesn't have to be a lot. This was one lady's. Her goal is to get in red. You know, she wants to eventually become a Cadillac driver. Then I had, I thought this was really nice too. Her unit name is Royals. So she put Royal Team, the Bumblebee, she wants to travel. So it can be as detailed as you want. And this was a really nice one here as well.
so you can, when you web search stuff, you guys, you can actually put Mary Kay, blah, 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 blah. If you want a clean picture at the end of whatever you're asking for, ask for PNG, which will give you a clean picture so it doesn't have a background.
Exactly.
Or you can go to the Mary Kay digital asset and download that picture and be able to use those pictures by themselves.
Thank you, Kimberly. Exactly. Yeah, I love the PNG because it takes out the background and you want, you know, if you don't want to use the background. All right. So did you do
Also
yours,
another tip,
Kimberly?
if you do decide to do the Pic Collage and you like it, if you sign up and get the Pro, you won't have the Pic Collage logo at the bottom of the page because you can't
Right.
take it off.
Yeah.
You gotta pay attention.
But I mean, vision is everything.
Absolutely.
Because one of the things that I was told to do, once you do that and you set that as your background, you need to set a timer in your phone to look at that at least a minute, 3 to 5 times a day. That is so key. That is so key. And also affirmations as well. There's an affirmation I say every single day. I try anyway, every single day. And this, I don't know if you all can see this, but I went to a vendor event and I found this book here. It's a dream book. And so I have my affirmation in there. I have my affirmation. This the things. Wait, I want to show you. This is a quote from Mary Kay. I'm trying to find that ring that inner circle. Things that I look at and that I just sit still and just think about it. I don't know if, and I know your director Kimberly is a big reader. I'm working on that. But if you have not got Miracle Morning by Hale Elrod, that is a book that I strongly encourage you to get. Now, Kimberly, did you ever order that?
I ordered it, they sent it to me as a like device book. I don't have the actual.
Oh yeah, you did tell me that. Okay.
Yeah.
This book is amazing, you guys. It's amazing, and it talks about SAVERS. SAVERS is an acronym that stands for 5 minutes of silence. The A is for affirmations. The V is for visualization. So that would be like what you're putting on your phone, or I also have like a poster in my office that has Road to National Sales Director. And I have literally 20 people faces on there because you need 20 directors to become a national. So that's what the V is for, visualization. The E is for exercise. I do walk right at about 4 miles a day, or I'll go to the gym. That's important. The R is for reading. So I'm getting better on that, but I do have some great books. And I did get that book, Kimberly, that you made mention of to me. It arrived yesterday.
Nice.
I haven't started it yet, but I did get that. I'm looking for it. I know it's in here. But
Oh,
anyway.
Prevail?
Huh?
Prevail?
No, the other one. The other one with the
Oh,
one.
The Awakening.
The one that you said you cried when you got to the finish because it was.
Oh.
That one.
Girl.
So I just got that.
I'll send you tissue.
Yes, yes. And the last S is for, let me see, S, okay, silence, affirmations, visualization, exercise, reading, for scribing. So you need to have a grateful journal, something that you can write down every single day that you're grateful for. I mean, we can all find something to complain about, but when you take out time to just be thankful that you're not in the hospital, thankful that you're not, on life support, thankful that, you have your family, you have your children. So many things you could be thankful for. Thankful that we have been afforded the opportunity to be in Mary Kay. In a pandemic is when I earned my Cadillac. In a pandemic was when I had my highest check. That was in a pandemic. I'm like, oh my gosh. So it was, just something to be thankful for. So where are you all on the, I know I'm jumping all around, but I'm just kind of going as God would give me. How many of you have already started that vision board? Do you need help in? Do you know how to bring the pictures in? Anybody want to share?
What do you need, Marilyn?
I have a
How can I
question.
help
Oh,
you?
never mind. Other one.
No, sorry. I saw Marilyn's head shaking. What do you need help with? You're on mute,
You're
love
muted.
bug. Unmute, love bug.
You have to log in. I didn't have the time to do that while I'm listening to VERLYN.
Oh, because she doesn't have 2 devices.
Yeah, I
Is
don't
that
have
why?
devices. Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Okay. So let me add to that then so it can be clarified. So once you pull out the picture that you want, if you want to remove the background, as Kimberly said, you have to put in the name of what it is, .png, so that the background can be removed. Go ahead, Kimberly. You were about to say something.
Melanie had a question.
Oh, okay.
I actually just wanted to know if you could suggest some areas where of goals and that we should be visualizing. Are
Okay.
you talking like business, personal, or
I would say it's anything manifest. Like, for instance, I would keep it towards Mary Kay. This lady, she has a lot on hers, but these are all of the things that makes her who she is. She sings, I guess. She have a microphone. She actually has a picture of her singing back here. Mind, body, and soul. I believe she's a believer. She has worship on here. She has places that she wants to travel to. And then she wants financial freedom. And I always think it's good to have a word to take you through the year. So I'm believing her word is intentional. On mine, my word was massive right here. This is the top trip, Scotland. I want to eat healthy, financial freedom. This is the Escalade. And I literally typed in NSD and that came up. I think I did do PNG on this one. And then some sayings. So it can be things present or it can be things that you want to manifest.
so immediate and longer term?
Yes, yes, I would say that.
And you know, the great thing about having the pic collage, you can always go back to your pic collage and you can update it. As opposed to the one that's hanging on my wall, I have to take it down and fix it every year for the last 27 years. That baby's come off the wall and it has changed. Well, I'll call that a manifestation right there. But that baby has changed over the years. It's actually the cutest one I've ever had. And the one this is probably the second one or the third one that I paid the most attention to because I'm drawn to it. Like if it's not speaking to you, and remember Mary Kay always said, a dream is only a dream until you attach a date to it. Once you put a date on it, then it becomes a goal. And when you have a goal, it's like June 30th, 2022, that's a goal of where do you want to be next year? Do you want to be in a red jacket? Do you want to be a sales director? Do you want, what is it that you want? And maybe it's, and you're thinking, well, I never thought about being a sales director. No, but you might have talked about earning $5,000 a month. And what a great way to be doing that as a leader in Mary Kay and being able to have that freedom and flexibility. And yes. I'll tell you, being a sales director, I never wanted to be a sales director. I didn't want to be in Mary Kay. I didn't want to be around a bunch of girls and wear lipstick. Dude, I was a tomboy. I had a potty mouth. I lived by the seat of my pants. Why would I want to do something responsible and hang out with women doing it? Like seriously, it was not my jam. And so, I think God has a kind of a funny sense of humor. I didn't want to be in sales or drive a Cadillac. My dad was in sales and he drove a Cadillac. And we've earned 14 cars and 6 of them have been pink Cadillacs. So yeah, God definitely has a sense of humor. But what I learned along the way is priceless. What my children learned from watching me do what I do is priceless. The amount of income that I've produced and the fact that I'm walking financially free at this very second is priceless. It is not something, what Katrina Harris and Gloria Mayfield Banks talk all the time about being hundreds of $1,000s into debt. And they come in and they work their Mary Kay business. And what happens? They are now standing financially free and standing as leaders in this company and have crossed some major records by doing so as African-American women. And that is, I love that women of color are making a stand and doing something. It's like, it's beautiful in my world. Love it. Just love it. So you just never know whose life you're going to touch. It could be, I think about Marilyn and how many lives that she can touch. Oh my gosh, so great, because just her role of who she is, and we have a lot of different ages. I'm almost thinking Amanda's the puppy on the group.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Who'd have thunk? I'm usually the baby, but it ain't happening anymore. As my doctor just got through telling me I have to modify things now because things are starting to wear down on my body. I'm like, no, I don't modify. I pray. I'll get on my knees and pray, but I don't modify well. Don't let my husband hear that.
So hopefully, did that help you guys? Yeah, and I have a screensaver. Let me see. I don't know if you can see it right. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Well, one of them I have is a picture of my husband and I. I don't know if you can see it in Scotland. But then I have another one that has the gold poster that I just showed you. But just taking our time and just visualizing yourself being in that place, you know, is powerful.
I would like to throw
And
a
then
challenge out there to every single consultant and director that is on this call. Of course, Verlyn, you already have yours, but I was speaking mostly to my offspring over there, Miss Melanie. For everybody that turns in and posts on our Facebook page their vision on our Facebook page, that we will make sure that that you get some special recognition. We might even pop you out a prize. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But definitely, we would love to see that and cheer you on. And you know, there's nothing more powerful than to have other women praying on your behalf for the things that are manifesting in that you want manifested in your life. And so that would just be powerful. I know I've already saved Verlyn's so that I can do that. So you know, that's just really beautiful. I love that, girl. I love that. I love that so much. So I appreciate you and just sharing all that. But let's take it back. You know, we still have a few minutes, and if you're okay with, I know it's a little bit late over there, but we can take it back just a little bit. You were talking about, you know, about just manifesting these things and doing all these things, especially through COVID and this and that. I am sure, without a shadow of a doubt, my girls would like to know, how did you go from 0 to 60 during COVID? Like, where did you find your peeps? Like, I know Texas opened up a little bit sooner than California did, and most of us are in California, but you know, we have well, at least one of them is outside of California on here right now. But can you just walk us through what that might look like? And
one of the things I did was I did a lot of Fab 5 and 5. Are you familiar with that? Are you all doing that?
You cut out a bit.
Fab 5 and 5.
Oh, Fab 5?
Yeah.
Okay. Just
So
go
the Fab,
through that.
okay, so let me show you. I have some of it over here. So the Fab 5 and 5 is when you show 5 products in 5 minutes.
Mhm.
Because who doesn't have 5 minutes, right? So there is a script that you can use. In a script, and I can send this to Kimberly later, but the script says something like, hey, Kimberly, this is Verlyn with Mary Kay. I've been in a contest, which is key. You always want to say, I've been in a contest, or I've been challenged by my director to have 5 or have 10 Fab 5 parties in 5 minutes. So of course they're going to say, well, what is that? So there is a sheet that I use, and it's called 5 sets. Well, this one is 5 sets in 15 minutes, but I normally do the 5 minutes. So one of the 5 items I show is the time-wise repair set. I do the Miracle Set 3D. I do the satin set, which is the satin hands and the satin lips. I do, I don't know if I have it in here. I do the anointed oil. I call it the anointed oil, but it's actually, you know what I'm talking about. It's the natural oil, but I call it the anointed oil from heaven, because I'm like, who does not want the anointed oil from heaven, right? Okay, so I do that. And then I believe the 5th item I made, because you can switch them up. The 5th item can be the
Well, I know how I use that naturally oil, the nourishing oil. I like to use it on my cuticles. Of course, I use it on my face. I use it in my hair.
Yes.
Anywhere else that you would like to? Anything
you can
else?
mix it with stuff.
Oh yeah, I mix it
But
with lotions and I use it as massage oil. Yeah.
Right. So now I did a lot of Fab 5s like that in 5 minutes. I literally set my phone and I showed them, this is 5 minutes, and I just gave them key points. So I'll start off and say something like, so hey, Kimberly, thank you so much for joining me today. I have 5 items I want to show you in 5 minutes. So my first item is the time-wise repair. OMG. This, I had this in my head, but anyway, this turns back the time and it's only 205, or you can get the mini set for 3 or for 35. And then the next set is blah, 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 and I do that. So then I go back and I say, okay, so let's go over what what I showed you. And then the 5 minutes go off. So this part isn't included in the 5 minutes. So I'll say, so Kimberly, which one would you like to take home with you today? And then I'll say, if you purchase 1, you get 10%. If you purchase 2, you get 15%. If you purchase 3, you get 20%. But get this, if you decide to become a Mary Kay consultant, you can purchase at 50% for life. Which one would you be interested in? And I actually recruited some people from that. Now they've changed it up.
I love that.
Yeah, and they've changed it up, and somebody came out with 5 sets in 15 minutes. So it's just being creative. The 5 items in 5 minutes work really, really quick. And most people have 5 minutes. And the more you do it, the better you become. But you have all of your stuff already lined out, have your scripts pretty much ready, and then you close. And that's how you close. By 1, 10%, 15, by 3, 20, or become a consultant and buy 50 for life. Or you can have a party, invite 5 of your friends at the party, and you can get any item at 50% off. So I had a party that was 5 minutes, that was over $500 doing that script.
It's awesome.
I did a lot of Fab Fives. I think in the month of October, I did like 30 Fab Fives.
That'd be awesome. I could see a challenge coming up in my future.
Somebody else is still trying to come into the waiting room.
Yeah. That's
So yeah,
awesome.
so to answer your question, that is one of the things that I did, because we were in a virtual world back then, which pretty much still is. And I'm like, you just get on Zoom, and you know what? You don't even have to use Zoom. You can do Messenger on Facebook.
Marilyn has taught me how to do Messenger for sure.
Yeah, you can do FaceTime. I had a lady who didn't want to use Zoom, so we FaceTime. And I just showed her and now this wasn't a 5 minutes and 5 5 products in 5 minutes, but I FaceTimed her and showed her the time-wise repair. And I romanced it, and guess what? She purchased it.
And it is. It's all about the testimony. It's all about the romance. It's all about that. And I mean, seriously, I was just going to comment on something that you said. It's making a decision, having a number in your head, like I want to hold 5 Fab Fives in the week, and you have to commit to it, and you have to stand by the number that you commit to for yourself, not for anybody else, just for yourself. I think that's so important. Dang, I was going to tell you something.
Let me tell you something else I did. When those hydrogel patches came out, I challenged my unit to sell so many. I had a new consultant. She came in with the $30, so she didn't have any inventory, right? And I challenged her to sell, I think it was to sell 20, it might have been 20, I can't remember. But anyway, she sold enough to make $800 to put in a qualified order with just hydrogel patches.
That's awesome.
And I sent her a picture of somebody, and I showed the results of them, because, seeing is everything. Gave her a script. She just went through her phone and started asking people.
Yeah.
And I think she sold maybe like 45. I forgot how much it was, but she placed a qualified order only on hydrogel patches.
Well, and I think you kind of nailed it without saying the words. It's one of those things where when people say, oh, I can't, or I don't know how, it's not that. It's that you're choosing not to, because it's all a matter of, if we can give you a script, if we can give you the the runway in which to do it. Anyone in this business, anyone out of this business that wants to look at this business can do this. It's a matter of you just have to decide that you want to do it.
Yep.
Thank you, Nancy, for being on tonight. I appreciate you, girl.
Bye. So yeah,
So
any other thing? Any other questions?
no, that was really good. I love the idea. You know, I have my alarm set every single day to stop whatever I'm doing just to revisit my goal. But I love the idea. You know, I mean, I love the idea of having my family and stuff on my phone, but to put my goal on there, that's another level of commitment. And I've had pictures of my goal, and I have it, you know, in different places in my house or different things. But to have it on your phone, I think that just shows a whole nother level of commitment. And I love that. So thanks. That's a challenge for me to go, not a challenge like to do it, but it's just something that I am going to choose to change and to do. So I love that. And the fact that you can visit your goal really anywhere you are. And it really doesn't matter. So super, super great. Does anybody have any questions or anything for VERLYN tonight? Anything? Speak to me. Come off mic. I know y'all got questions. Don't be all bombarding me afterwards. Just ask this girl. She's the one that got all the B's this year.
Oh yeah, I gotta watch the have and the have-nots. No, I'm just kidding.
Marilyn, questions? Nothing?
Didn't do good. Ain't nobody have nothing to tell me.
Kathy, we recorded this, so I'll be able to get this off to you, girl.
Yeah.
Well, VERLYN, I'm just so grateful every single day, every single night. I'm going to be putting in my book, grateful to God for putting somebody like you into my life. You know, it's having a power partner. You guys, if you don't have a power partner, either glean one from one of our events, you know, that we go on to hear, pick one of the directors, find someone on Facebook that, you know, never take advice from somebody you would not be willing to switch places with. And so, you know, I truly challenge you to find somebody that's going to speak bigness and speak boldness and speak to you and feed into you, into your dreams, into your love language. Don't find someone that's just kind of average, that's right alongside you, because that's not going to feed into you. If you skin your knees, they're going to hand you a Band-Aid and then like want to go have a glass of wine. No, you want somebody that's going to want to go out and still find those clients and still make those calls, you know, with the bloody knee. You know, it's making your dreams and your goals come to life through the obstacles that we walk through. And we all, each one of us, I know everyone's story here on tonight, and I could walk through everybody's situations. And I'll tell you, I would never change places with any of you, only because I'm only glad God only gave me to deal with the stuff I have to deal with. Because y'all got, you know, fairly interesting challenges. And I just like my interesting challenges. And thank you, Jesus, for giving me mine and to showing me how to walk through mine. You know, I may not be graceful, but I'm walking through them. And, you know, I can only say that leading by example, VERLYN, you are doing it. You are showing fun. You know, when I look at your Facebook, I see fun. I see crazy. I see, you know, I see a girl out living life and loving on her friends while she's doing that. I see a girl out there, you know, on her knees, loving on the Lord. And I see a girl out there that's out there picking up pink Cadillacs and, you know, walking the walk and talking the talk. And that's who I want as my power partner. Somebody that's not going to let me rest on my laurels and it's going to speak to me straight up. And you have never failed me yet. Please don't. You don't think about starting. So, you know, I'm super grateful for you. And I'm so grateful for you. And I don't know what else to say. I'm so glad that you're in my life.
I'm thinking of coming to California.
And you're going to come to California. When are you coming to California?
Yep. What?
When are you coming to California?
I said, send me a ticket to come to California is what I said.
Yeah, we're going to work on that. Well, you know what? And who knows? Hopefully 2023, maybe 2024 leadership will be in California. 2023, well, oh my gosh.